First and foremost, I'd just like to say put tape over my nipples tonight so you're not going to be able to look, okay? Stop trying. Sir, I saw you looking. Knock it off. A friend of mine, he runs a tattoo shop, and every once in a while he'll run this deal called tit for tat. And that is where if you titty fuck him, he'll give you a free tattoo. And honestly, he's got pretty nice B's and a hairless chest, so like, I love it when he runs that deal. He has saved me so much money. I just recently bought a bidet. All right, some clean buttholes in here, nice. I didn't go with the normal model. I didn't go with the French model. I went with the German model. It's called the Arschenvarschen. And instead of a jet of water that comes up, it's a big rubber tongue. And I have had a hard time getting anywhere on time lately. I just realized that gas station boner pills are not a replacement for antidepressants, but they will help you fill a void though. I actually don't take any prescription drugs. I'm not crazy, but I like going down on women who do because it's like a mental health salt lick. It's like microdosing SSRIs. It's like prescription homeopathy. And like, I don't want to take the whole pill. I don't need the whole pill. I just want to take a little bit of the edge off at the end of the day, you know? But now I've developed a new problem, and that is I have a Pavlovian response to my depression. Every time I get sad, I get a boner now. My dad recently died, and my sister and I were rooting through his stuff to see if he had anything worth selling. He didn't. But I found like a CD album, mostly just burned CDs in there, and on one of the CDs, he had written in big, bold letters, computer porn. Which, I mean, is just the most dad thing you could possibly write on a CD. I'm like, what other kind of porn is on here? Obviously, it's computer porn, I know. Like, curiosity got the better of me. I fired up his laptop, popped it in, and turns out my dad's much more of a romantic than I gave him credit for. It was mostly just pictures of my mom in compromising positions. But Computer Porn 2, the sequel, turns out me and my dad are a lot more similar than I thought. You know how some people say they have like resting bitch face or resting psycho face maybe? I should be so lucky. When I smile, I have active shooter face. I'm probably not gonna get that babysitting job I've been hoping for. Dogs don't always like me at first. I make women walk faster at night. I live on the fringes of society. I live in a basement where I belong. But I have great taste and stuff. I'm not an idiot. And so when I go to the grocery store, I oftentimes find myself feeling superior to other people there because I'm in there checking all the produce. I'm tapping, I'm listening, I'm sniffing, I'm squeezing. It's like you gotta listen with your ears and your nose at the grocery store. And so I'm checking out all the watermelons. Not one of them has a squanch on it. That's the yellow spot on it. Don't buy a watermelon without it. And I'm putting them all up to my ear. I'm tapping it. I'm listening. They all sound like doink, not doink. And I'm rejecting them all. And then I see people walk around the grocery store still buying these melons. And I'm like, didn't they just see me reject all of these? Like, what are they doing? And so I don't even care at this point. I'll go up to people, men specifically, because if you go up to women and say, you got bad melons, you might get stabbed. And so I'll go up to these hapless peasants and be like, brother, what are you doing? You're buying a squanchless melon. Did Did you listen to it? Listen, doink, not doink, it's not good. And your kale's wilted, come on. They usually pay me no mind, go home, and they cut into that melon and they share it with their lover, and inevitably she's going to say, this isn't a very good melon. And in that moment, he thinks back to me. And he's like, why didn't I listen to that handsome, thoughtful, knowledgeable, kind, wise man at the grocery store warning me about this? If these were hunter-gatherer days, my lover would no longer want to breed with me because she knows that I can't bring home nutrient-dense food for her. I'm a bad provider. Why didn't I listen to him? I'm an idiot. And I love when that happens. I've kind of developed like a cult following a little bit at my grocery store. People will come up to me now and just be like, oh, produce wizard, should I buy this mango? And they'll present me with a mango and I'll take it and I'll palpitate it gently with the pressure needed to squeeze a man's testicles for pleasure. And I'll say, yay, buy this mango, it is ripe. Nay, put that watermelon back, it is without a squanch. Yay, this plum is juicy, take it home. And they'll say, thank you, produce, thank you. And they'll go home and they'll have amazing sex. And then they'll cut into it and they'll share their delectable melon. And they'll be eating it and the juices will be running down their body. And they'll be like, water alone could not hydrate me as well as this watermelon right now. It is so densely packed with nutrients and amino acids. I can't believe this. I feel amazing. Thank you, Produce Wizard. Thank you. And in that moment, they were just having a two-way, but now in that moment, I'm summoned into their love situation like a Force Ghost love triangle, like a sex tulpa summoned to their kitchen. And I'm like, you're welcome. And thank you. And sometimes I worry that in giving out my deep produce knowledge that I'm gonna shorten my ability to get good produce, like there won't be enough. And I've stopped worrying about that because I think that sharing is caring, and I'm happy to tell people about squanches and other produce, like pineapples. If you want a good pineapple, here's the thing, give it a sniff. That's number one. If it smells like pineapple, good sign. Two, pick it up by one of the leaves, and if the leaf just pops out, that's a good pineapple. If it doesn't just pop out, don't buy it. And now when you go home and eat a delicious pineapple after sex, just think about me. That's all I'm asking. One time, I was at a very busy airport, and I saw this lady there, and she was normal looking, well put together, but she just had this like bubble around her of empty seats, and I was very curious because I wanted that power for myself. And as I got closer, I realized what it was she was doing, and I just want to take a minute to show you what she was doing and see if you can use it in your life. So just hang on one second. If you just have smeared lipstick on, nobody wants to talk to you anymore. The sidewalks will part like the Red Sea. You gotta deposit a lot of money at an ATM, do this, nobody's coming close. Ladies, if you're walking home to your car after and you're by yourself, just do this and walk confidently and make eye contact. And everybody's gonna be like, I don't know what her problem is, but that's too much to handle right now. Something's going on. You probably can't tell this by looking at me, but I am a pillar of our society. I volunteer at libraries all over the Seattle area. they don't know that I volunteer, but I figure it's the thought that counts. What I do is I go in and hide joints in the young adult book section. Just like halfway through an Animorphs. I'm like, this is gonna be a lot cooler now. I'm trying to encourage young readers, foster a sense of curiosity. I'm doing my part and giving back to the community. I put acid in the religious section. And if you're wondering how to properly dose a religious text, doesn't matter which one, what you're going to want to do is get yourself a vial of liquid acid and just drop it in all the upper right-hand corners. So when they go to lick their thumb to turn the pages, by the time they get to the book of John, they're like, this is talking to me. I like wearing this eye patch because most of you probably didn't realize that my hair is thinning. I don't really need this at all. It's just a distraction from what's going on up here. I say my hair's thinning, not balding, because it's not really leaving my body. It's sort of trickling down the back of my neck. It's going into the recesses on my back. It's on a great migration right now. It's going into retirement. Turns out my ass is the Florida of my body. It's just all gray hair and swampy down there. Full of drugs. But I've gotten rid of the invasive species of crab, though, so things are looking up for me. I know I'm getting older. I just turned 40. I know I'm getting older, not just because my hair's moving and it's getting grayer, but I can't go down on people anymore after 9 p.m. because I'll get heartburn. Like, I just can't lay on my stomach that long anymore. And I thought I found a solution to this the other day. I tried to introduce an Alka-Seltzer into the bedroom, slip it in down there. But she was not I was like, problem solution, right? Like, fizz for your pleasure, come on. I think if you say you're bisexual, you should have to act on it once a year. Like, you just can't keep riding this one-time occurrence for the rest of your life. All right, you slept with your college roommate, big deal. Okay, you gave a guy a hand job in Berlin while you're coming down on Molly in a hostel. Who hasn't? It's not like the Marines, it's not Semper Fi. It's more like a union. Got to keep your hours up. Stay certified. Pay your dues. Watch a training video every now and then. I suck a dick once a year just to make sure I still don't like it. Because your taste buds mature as you get older. Like, I don't want to miss out on something good just because I'm being stubborn, you know? You gotta check in with yourself. Like, forever, I didn't like Brussels sprouts. Then all of a sudden, somebody starts pan roasting it with balsamic vinegar and bacon. Now I can't get enough. Like, what if dick's the same way, you know? Ask yourself the big questions. I had never heard a car alarm and thought, I should go get involved with that. Like, that's a you problem. And I think, like, how are you even supposed to know that it's yours? You just hear a car alarm going off in the distance, or like, yeah, that's mine. Like, why don't they customize it? Put your name on it or something. Somebody starts trying to break into your car, and your car just starts going, Jeff, 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 it's me, your car, please come help. I think that'd be a lot more useful. If I had a custom car alarm, though, it wouldn't be my name. It would sound like people having loud, aggressive, but passionate sex. Because maybe that is something I'd want to go get involved with. Like, oh, an impromptu street orgy at 3 a.m.? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Until I can afford my custom car alarm, though, what I've been doing is just letting a homeless guy sleep in the back of my van at night. And if somebody starts trying to break in, he's like, Jeff! I think we have too many options in life, just too much of the same stuff. It doesn't make sense. Like, there's too many types of apples out there, okay? Like, we need two kinds of apples, that being the Honey Crisp and the Granny Smith. That's it. Those are the only two we need. Red Delicious? No, they're not. Those are trash apples. Those are 7-Eleven apples at best. And if you're buying your apples at 7-Eleven, treat yourself. There's too many types of toothbrushes out there. There's 3 modes of toothbrush. We need one, that being the medium bristle brush. If you're brushing your teeth with anything else, just like a hard, like what is happening in your mouth? You got cast iron teeth that need reseasoning? Or you're regrouting your gums? Like, calm down in there. And soft. If you're brushing your teeth with soft, try a little harder. Like, put some effort into it. I have just been burned by too many weirdos and psychos and nut jobs in my life to where if I meet someone new, male, female, whatever, if I go back to their place, the first thing I do is I go to their bathroom and I brush my teeth with their toothbrush. And if it's not a medium bristle brush, I'm like, Greg, I don't care about how good your comic book collection is. I'm out of here, okay? You're a weirdo. Sometimes if I'm feeling lonely and I don't want to bother my friends, I don't want to be needy, what I'll do is I will find a missing pet poster and call that number. And I'm like, they're already sad, kindred spirits, you know? So I call them up and I'm like, hi, yeah, I'm calling about the dog. No, I don't have it or any info on it, but I lost a cat one time, so like I know what you're going through. If you want to get a drink and talk about it later, they usually don't. So my new tactic has been I call them up and I say, hi, yeah, no, I do have your dog. Let's meet at this coffee shop near my house. And then I get there early, I buy them a coffee, and I wait. And pretty much right away they notice when they get there that I don't have their dog. They're like, what happened? I was like, oh, he ran off. You know how he is. The rest of my afternoon's clear. Want to go look for him? I don't think my family likes me very much because when I went to college, I got a degree in pottery, and nobody tried to stop me. I like working with clay, though. It's great. You can make useful stuff out of it. It lasts forever. And my favorite part is that it's recyclable. If you mess up with it, you can just come back to it later. It's not a big deal. It's not like wood. Wood is so finite. You mess up with that, now you got to go back to Home Depot and rebuy everything you bought. And Gary in the lumber department is definitely judging you on this. And I don't need that kind of stress in my life, so that means I have to go to the other Home Depot across town. And now it's like a 5-hour ordeal for me to build a condemned birdhouse or a faulty spice rack. I'm terrible. I'm so bad at it. But my dad, he was really good, but he never really taught me. I was like, Dad, help me build a treehouse, please. And he was like, I got a lot of weed to smoke and computer stuff to do today. And I was like, okay. He was like, you'll get more out of it if you do it yourself. I was like, okay. So I didn't really end up with a tree house as much as like a sniper platform. And that was the last time I messed with wood until my dad died. And my mom, she's flipping through the coffin catalog. And I don't know if you know this, but those are very expensive. And so I was like, Mom, I got this. Save your money. I'm going to build my father a coffin. We had Dad cremated. But I got to put my pottery degree to use. And I made him a cool urn that doubles as a bong. So now me and my dad hang out all the time and do computer stuff together. And we have a great relationship. All right, thank you.